We grew up on mixtapes and
Hey there, everybody. It's the
neon.
GlobeTrotting Trio. I'm Amy.
I'm Shelley.
Hello, I'm Tammy.
Yay! We did
I
it.
did
We
it.
did it.
All right. So, one of the things we talked about last week was mindset, right? Motivation versus mindset, or mindset versus motivation. And today, let's talk about something that stems from that mindset, and it's rep to leader. And
Mhm.
what that means is a representative to a leader. So whenever we start in our business, we're all reps and we have what we know is our responsibility is build our business. And then our leaders start looking towards helping others build their business, not necessarily them. That's kind of that mindset. That's mind shift.
Yep.
So our shifts and responsibilities kind of go and they shift as we rank up, as we start building our teams and doing all of that. One of the things, however, that I heard from one of our founder and CEO was that we should have a mindset of who we want to be, not a mindset of who we are. So thinking about that, kind of going forward with that mindset of our motivation that we talked about last week, is our mindset today should be who we want to be. Like, who do we see ourselves being? What is your ultimate goal for your business? What is your ultimate goal for your life? What is your ultimate goal in general? And then act that way. What are your thoughts on that?
So I think that goes back to what we were told in the corporate world. Don't dress for the position that you have, but the one that you want, right? I think that
Right.
translates very well into don't perform, don't behave, don't lead like where you're at now, but where you want to be. I think that's just another fun way to say what you probably already said. So there
I
we
like
go.
it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
you know what? People
absolutely.
resonate with that one, so that
Yeah.
works.
Right. And
Well,
and
Gen
yeah,
Xers resonate with that one. I mean, I
Yeah.
had a
yeah.
group, I had my athletes tell me a couple months ago, we've never heard that, coach. Oh, okay. Well, how about behave like what you want out of life, not how you are right now?
Right
That
now.
one they got.
Right. Yes, exactly. Exactly. So, and I think that with that is that if you think you're only going to be a certain rank or a certain level, you block. You just put your own glass ceiling.
Right.
And, and I'm very guilty of that. I mean, truly, I'm very guilty of that. Because when I started, it was okay, I'll get to this level, and then I'll get to this level, and then I'll get to this level. But I've never seen me pass that level, that three levels up. I've never seen me pass that three levels up. So you're putting limiting belief on yourself if you
Mm-hmm.
don't think
Mm-hmm.
you can go that next level. And that, stems back to being afraid of being successful.
Agreed.
It's yeah, the fear of being successful.
Right.
So,
So I'm curious, Tammy. I mean, and I think probably all of us have done that at some point or another,
hmm
and maybe still will, depending on
hmm
circumstances in our future. But I want to know what particular aspect of success is it that we're afraid of? Because we have a fabulous team
hmm
of counterparts, sideline partners, whatever you want to call them, friends,
all right.
business partners. We have a fabulous team to support us. So what is it what aspect of success makes you scared?
So maybe scared is not really all the word, but
Mm-hmm.
worthy, worthy,
Intimidated?
worthy,
Worthy.
Okay.
worthy. And I came from a very poor family, um,
Mm-hmm.
and and the mindset of that was, oh, the rich people, they just get richer, and they're bad people, blah blah blah. And so, that was always, and still is probably, and maybe maybe I'm stuck, maybe this is a breakthrough for me. um but and honestly, it's you're not worthy. Yeah, I'm not worthy of this. And and if we go back to the travel business, and I'm almost going to cry over this one, but we go back to, and I remember sitting or standing in Paris for the first time with my husband and looking at the Eiffel Tower and thinking, oh my goodness, this is it. I'm this girl from small town Ohio, um, and never even imagined that would be on my list because we were so poor. And here I am. Here I am
Right.
looking at the Eiffel Tower. So, um, yeah, and that's probably what it is. I have no doubt now we've said all of this is that it is. It's just I'm not worthy.
Worthy.
Hmm. Yeah.
That's deep. That's profound.
Yeah.
Thanks,
I think
Wow.
a
Tammy.
lot
Thanks
of,
for being vulnerable with us
yeah.
and our
Yes.
audience. Yeah, I mean, I know we
Yeah.
each do that with each other, but we're typically not
Yeah.
with
Airing
our
it.
audience.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
So one of the biggest things in this shift from leadership, from rep to leadership, is that definite, like I said before,
Mhm.
the knowing that you're not here for just yourself, you're here for
Right.
your team, you're here for other people.
Mhm.
When we realized that we weren't just representatives. We realized we are the GlobeTrotting Trio. We support each other. So we're there for each other. That's us. We want to see everybody else succeed. I'm rooting Shelly on. I'm rooting Tammy on. They're doing the same for me. They're doing the same for each other. So that's huge. That mind shift, the move from there to there was huge.
Mhm.
But one of the biggest things that I love the fact is that we're walking the walk. We're leading by example. We're showing our team that we're not just here for ourselves, we're here for them. And that is something I got to meet one of my team members yesterday. Actually, she had somebody come over to the house and she said, can you come over and talk to her about the business? I just want to make sure she sees somebody else, whatever. And I said, absolutely. So I went over there and we had a little conversation, and that's what she told her person that actually ultimately signed up with her and said, she's the person that she's going to be here for you. She's going to be here for you no matter what.
And isn't that the biggest compliment ever? Uh,
Yes.
and that
Yeah,
is
it
what we
really
all
is.
have. I mean, at least the three of us, we strive for in
Right.
life is for somebody to say that to somebody else about
Yeah.
us. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Um,
And we want all of our team to think that and to know, not just think it,
right.
but know it. Know it
Right.
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I don't want people to just say that that's that. I follow through by action. We're walking the walk
Hmm.
and we're
Yeah.
talking the talk
Yeah.
Mhm.
all together. What are your thoughts, Shelley? It looks like you've got something.
No, I'm just wholeheartedly agreeing with both of you. I mean,
Okay. All right.
Hmm.
So this then the next thing that we talk about is the systems. So we talked
Hmm.
about the systems quite extensively a couple of episodes ago, two or three, something like that. I don't
Yeah.
remember. But we did say this. We think the systems are the most important because they're not shortcuts. They're ways to help support our team, which
Hmm.
then leads back to that mindset of us supporting our team. And we
Right.
want them to grow just as much, if not more, than we do
Yeah. Please more.
because yeah,
Please
because
more. Hmm.
yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Um, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts there with that? Like,
So I think I even said it a few episodes back is that I want everybody that comes into this business with one of us
mhm,
have the same opportunity that anybody else would have to be successful at this business.
right.
And the big part of that is our systems that we've put into place. I mean, heaven forbid, if something happened to either one of us, um, of course, then we have that legacy for our family. But
Right.
um, we also, if we want to say it, we have that legacy for our teams because one of us
yeah.
would pick up for the other person. But
Right.
it also is that there's these systems in place that if something does happen, folks know how to take care of their business now
Mhm.
because of the
Right.
systems that we've put into place.
Mhm.
So
Right. 100%. What do you think, Shelley? Got
I
any?
think that's, I think for all three of us, that's more important than the rank, the money, the prestige, whatever else, right? That we have. Um, we're here to help our teams, to help each other really have the tools and feel empowered with their business.
Mhm.
Um, And that's what being a leader is. That's what's so important, is to make sure that you can establish that and equip those that you work with. And I just think that's, we've accomplished it. You know,
Yeah,
we
absolutely.
if none of us ever did anything else, we've accomplished that. And I think that's something to feel good about, and um,
Proud of.
really shows
Mhm,
where our hearts are
mhm.
Oh, I
and
agree.
what's important to us.
Yeah. So much so that I feel like we're actually we're ready to always embrace new people, right? We're always holding that space for others
Yeah.
um, to join us and to grow. But not only that, think about how many people are on our team that are considered leaders
Mm,
that don't have anybody else on their team,
mhm.
but they show up and
Yeah.
they want to
Yeah.
share their knowledge. They want to see others succeed
Mhm,
because that's what we've cultivated is that
Mhm.
gift of sharing and
yeah.
growth and everything.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, learning to support without rescuing. How
Mm.
hard was that lesson for you guys? Because this will be the last thing we talk about, and then we'll,
I don't even know if I've actually learned it all the way,
all
to
right.
be honest, because I'm such a yellow, that I want to go and I want to pick everybody up and rescue them.
Hmm.
So that is probably one of my probably biggest things for me, because um, I know that we have I could support somebody, but I also know that I
Yeah.
could probably go and pick them up and do things for them and everything. So I just have to stop. I mean, I do.
Yeah.
And I've said it before. I don't know if I've actually said it on here before, but sometimes I want it more for the person than they want it for
Hmm.
themselves. And that's just because I'm such a
Yeah.
yellow personality, for everybody that is wondering about what that is.
Right. So I will tell you that whenever I was an educator, it took me several years, lots of years, to realize that I couldn't want the grades more than the student wanted
Yeah,
the grade. And
right.
that has kind of switched over here is that I can't want the business. Like I can only offer my time. So I schedule time with my team, like
Mm,
anybody on my team. If you want a regularly scheduled appointment with me, I'll give you 30 minutes every week or I'll give you 30 minutes every other week, however you want to look at it. And
mm.
that's what I do. And if you show up to the meeting, I don't call you and remind you. Like it's your
No.
business, it's your responsibility. Show up. I've
Yep.
always got something back in the back burner that I can do. But that's one of the things that I like is that it either shows me and them both that we're here to support you, but it also shows them that I'm not going to rescue you. I won't come in and save you, but I will definitely be there to support you. So, what are your thoughts, Shelley?
You know, I think that our lives um, are kind of indicative of how we embrace that, to empower and not. What did you say? What was your exact word? Tell me. Um,
Learning to support versus rescuing.
yes. So, as parents, we have to learn that, and some parents don't. Some parents never figure that out, and it's visible in how we turn out, how we
Hmm.
grow, how we nurture adults. It's visible in how adults function. Um, and sometimes we bring that into our business because that's who we are, that's how we operate. And it can be really, really challenging to figure that out, to embrace it. But once you do, whether it's in business or even in your parenting or I don't know, with your spouse, like whatever it is, life becomes a little easier because then it takes away that like responsibility that we feel for the outcome as well. Um, and you no longer have to do it for others, right? You're empowering them, you're giving them the tools, and um, you're allowing them to go and grow and become leaders themselves. So it can be a really hard transition. But man, once you figure it out, it's quite rewarding.
Right. 100%. Yes.
I love it.
There you go. All right. So, the biggest takeaway from today's podcast, if you think of nothing else, leadership becomes before the title, right? It always
Mhm.
begins before that title. You get to decide who you want to be, and then you start acting that way. You start acting as if so that you can um, become it. That's really ultimately what it is. What are your
Right.
thoughts? Any final
That's it.
thoughts?
You do. Um, people are looking um for leaders, quite honestly. They're looking for leaders. And there is um more unethical, not in our business necessarily, or unethical leaders
Mhm.
out there in the world than they are ethical leaders. So that's what I probably want to, I always want to strive to be ethical, genuine, helping, all of that
Yes.
for sure.
Authentically you.
Yes,
Something I coach
authentically
my team quite frequently, always be authentically
authentic.
you.
Yep,
Yes.
yep. Hmm.
What are your final thoughts, Shelley?
Well, if you wait to grow and behave like a leader, you're never going to.
Yep.
Right.
Or it's going to be really painful trying to get there.
Right.
Yeah.
It'll take forever. I agree. I 100% agree with that.
Hmm.
All right, guys, we thank you again for being here with us. And if you enjoyed our podcast today, please, please, please go ahead and hit that like and follow button so that you'll never miss any of our crazy adventures. And as always, thank you for joining us on this wild and beautiful journey. Until next time, my friends, keep exploring.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Bye.